Hello, how's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing all right. You know, it's been kind of nice. I unsubscribed to a lot of them really crappy channels. And so I've had a nice break, from being away from them. I haven't watched what they've put out. I've kind of run through with my remote, just kind of checking to see if there's any kind of new news. And it's all just the same stuff, you guys, and it's all pretty much craziness still. Jody Sue, Jody Sue, Jody Sue. And if they're not talking about that, they're talking about all these other weird things with Summer Wells. And I don't know, I'm so disgusted. I'm getting so disgusted with this case. I don't know. I've been feeling like giving up because I'm so tired of it. It's like you got 5 channels bullying, threatening each other to go to jail. You got another 5 channels over here, trashing Jody Sue. Then you got another, um, people putting people in jail, people making threats, people being stupid, people lying all the time and putting out clickbait. I don't know if you know what clickbait is, but when you put a title on your video and you don't really talk about that, or you don't say nothing about that, or for instance, say if I put on my video, guess what? I got new info. Stay tuned for later. You're going to hear a big explosive big thing. And then I come on and I'm only on there for like 10 minutes and I say, well, I can't really talk about it right now. But it is, it's a big thing. Come on, that is clickbait. That is getting people to watch those videos so that, you know, you think it's something new and exciting, and it's nothing new and exciting. And there isn't anything going on in this case. And you got people out there that are talking about all the corruption in Hawkins County and, how bad all the people there are. And it looks like there is a lot of bad people there. But the point is, they make a lot of arrests there. If you go if you go look on Google and you look up their news, you can see that they're constantly making arrests of people and solving some crimes. So I don't know how bad they are, even though people want to say they are bad. And also, Hawkins County isn't in charge of Summer Wells' case. TBI, it was handed over to them and the FBI a long time ago. So there's other people in charge of this case. So, but anyways, I don't know, what this has to do with how Rogersville or how Hawkins County runs or their jail or whatever. I don't really know what this has to do with Summer Wells because they're not the ones. TBI is the one. And I hope we hear something sometime, but I don't know. Um, I'm sure they're going to be looking further into this, but who knows what's going to happen with that. I'm not I'm not giving up on Summer Wells. I'm keeping praying, Lord, show us where she is. I'm continuing to do that, but I'll tell you guys, I just get down, because I see all this nonsense, and it has been better since I've stayed away, believe me. But and usually I come here on Friday nights, and I didn't come last night because I was just too tired, you guys, and like I said, very down about this case. But And well, mostly down about the people who are creators and channels that are just, it's nonstop stupid stuff, gossip, lies, drama, bullying. It just never ends, you guys. So I've been trying to stay peaceful, trying to detach from all that a little bit. And it's been a lot better. But I'll tell you who I have been watching is Crystal's Crime Time, her old videos. Because, see, I have my own channel. So I don't always get to watch everybody's channel because I'm trying to look up stuff for my own videos. So I don't really get to watch every single one of their videos, but I do try to catch up on them. But now, Crystal, I want to say to all my followers, I've told you before that I love Crystal's Crime Time channel. She's such a sweetheart. And right now she's in the hospital and she's had some heart problems with some fluid around her heart. And they're trying to get everything situated with her, everything with her. And she's still in the hospital. So I just ask all of you that pray, please pray for Crystal, that she's okay, her heart's okay, and that she comes back soon, because I sure have been missing her videos. But I cannot believe I missed this video that I wanted to show you tonight. you know, remember I talked to you in my last video how it was no surprise whatsoever that excuse me. Always. Okay. So anyways, I've been going back and looking at some of Crystal's videos and finding some good information, and also Thunder Sky Studio. So I just want to talk a little bit about this. But remember in my last video, I said it wasn't any surprise that Don and Candace were letting them kids smoke weed, drink, whatever. And, they didn't just get it from Andy, okay? They were getting this stuff from other people, and they were letting their kids do this stuff. And there's been about 4 or 5 witnesses now that have said that this go on. So I just want to show you a little clip. Crystal, I hope you don't mind. I just want to show them that this is a really good video. I'll show them a small part. And I'm asking everyone, please go over and subscribe to Crystal's Crime Time. She's got some awesome videos and she puts them together so they're clear. If you like to do research, if you like to dig into this, because she really does a good job. But anyways, I'm just going to play this for a few minutes. I want to show you something. Okay, here we go. About Summer running down the driveway and the kids kind of just being out on their own. Did you ever see Hold on. Down on the road? Hold on. I need to go over that again. Hold on. Now, can you tell me about Summer running down the driveway and the kids kind of just being out on their own? Wasn't a parent, nowhere around. So it's a very big possibility, you guys, that Candace took off somewhere. Who knows? Maybe to get some pot, maybe to get some drugs. And when she came back, she told them boys, I'll be back. Watch your sister. She didn't say how long she was going to be gone. And I have a feeling that she was gone. And so, listen. But there wasn't a parent around. This is Crystal Spencer. And she's speaking about the Summer Wells case to Crystal.
Crystal got an interview with her. So she's saying that her and her husband or boyfriend, David, that there many times they pulled up in that driveway and there was no parent around but the kids. Okay.
Did you ever see them down on the road? Summer too? Could you tell me again about Summer drinking the beer and the kids smoking weed?
Yes, me and my boyfriend, son David, we went up there to see if I can get like enough blood to blow a joint or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they said yes, they got me, and we had some permit there, and I went up to get it, and then I have one on the road, and then we got the light up, we stayed there, and still with them for a little bit. Then was around the house and pick up six beer bottle of a half full beer, and she just turned me up like it was a sippy cup of milk or whatever.
And you said Dawn was holding her at the time.
Donnie was holding her at the time, and he was just laughing about it. Then it's because the joint on the counter, and one of her boys just picked up and started hitting it like it was a damn cigarette.
Did you ever witness them give the kids weed?
I just said, he said, off the joint on the countertop, and watched her son pick it up and hit it like a damn cigarette.
Okay. So.
You know which child it was?
Okay. So remember, I just talked to you about this in a couple other my videos, and I also told you that not only Dudley, but Jody Sue and others confirmed that those kids were smoking weed and drinking. And also, the thing is, Dudley said that the oldest boy would come to work with him, with Don, and he would be smoking weed with his son. Also, you know, I'm just saying that, Hunter, he said that Candace would get so drunk sometimes that she would forget that she had kids, and she would leave Summer outside and would forget. And so I'm wondering if this is a cover-up and they came up with that. I don't know. It's hard to say. But anyways, also, I want to show you another one here. Boy. It's up here a little bit farther, I think. You can tell what I've been watching here with my grandbaby. He comes in the door and says, Grana, Coco Melon, or Masha and the Bear. So, anyways, there's some more Coco Melon. Where is it? Well, I had a bunch of them. I think I'm just going to go to watch later because I think I saved it in there. Yeah, I did. I just got to come down here for a few minutes into my library. Okay, this is from Thunder Sky Studio, and I recommend that you go over to this channel and subscribe because in this they're talking about
how Allie's talking about how Candace used to beat the kids with a belt.
Also, hold on here. Oh boy, there was a whole bunch of them I had that I was just amazed by. But Thunder Sky Studio is the name of the channel. So really, that's all I wanted to say about that. Is that there is proof, and many people want to say, well, you know, Don and Candace are innocent and they haven't done anything wrong. And, you know, there's a lot of supporters of that family. And, you know, so, you know, they want to say that Candace was not involved in hurting her little boy with her ex years ago when she had a daughter and a son. And they said, oh, there's no proof of that. Well, yes, there is. Her very own daughter came out and talked about it. And Candace acknowledged her after she spoke about this and didn't argue about it. She said she was young and stupid. And she didn't know what she was getting herself into. But the thing is that she does have a past like that. And she got in trouble for pulling a gun on the Child Protective Services before. And she's made threats to Walmart before. And other people have said that both Don and Candace were beating them kids. An alleged protective service worker said that they were hitting them kids with all kinds of objects, belts, shoes, whatever they could find. And that's kind of detailed, you know. That's pretty detailed. But I don't doubt that at all. I see how, you know, how they act. They are alcoholics and drug addicts, and they're very fake at presenting themselves as somebody else. Even in that video, that first video Don and Candace did, Don was like, we try to hang around good people. Sure you do. We know, Don, that you like to go visit massage parlors and you like to take off for days and get stoned and drunk. We know that you like to go run around on your wife. We know that you got sisters accusing you of bad things, and other people, like 7 other people in Utah, bringing charges against you, Don. And then we know that he's a very shady person, and he has a very extensive criminal record, including drug trafficking. He has, you know, he was running drugs to Mexico, and he got in trouble for a lot of things. He's not a good person, and neither is Candace. And they've lost other children now. So they've lost all their kids. A total of 7 or 8 children to the state. And they don't have any of their children. But people still want to believe that, you know, Candace couldn't have done nothing to Summer, right? She had to be abducted just right out the door, you know, while she was there in the yard with the boys, with Grandis, with the dogs. Okay. But no, it's really strange that Hunter said that she would forget sometimes, get too drunk and forget that she had Summer and Summer would be outside. And Don said that the boys would forget Summer outside and he would have to yell at them for leaving her out there alone. So, and Candace, when the 911 called, said the mother went for a walk. And another one, they said, went for a run. She's been gone for about 10 minutes. So I believe they're wrong on their time. I believe that Candace was gone longer than that. And I believe that something happened. I do not know. And so, I think there's a cover up in this. When you're looking at long time in prison, yeah, you're going to find a cover up. And, you guys, I doubt they would even take her to the hospital. Like if there was an accident, like if somebody hit her with the car, if she fell down the stairs. Because I do believe that Summer was SA'd in the family. Every time, a lot of the times, not every time, but a lot of the times that I've seen photos of her, she's holding both her hands in front of her privates. And that is a sign. Another picture I seen, her mom sitting there taking a picture of her, a video of her all upset and with her legs spread wide open. And you can see where I guess she peed herself. I don't know if that's what that is. But there's a big wet circle in between her legs, on her clothing. And if she's peeing her pants at that age, this older age, there's something wrong emotionally, okay, going on with her. And, shaving her head that short, I can understand if they did have head lice, but they didn't have to shave her head that close and make her look bald, which is really, really weird to me. And it's really strange because I recommend that you go watch that whole Crystal Spencer video. There was a person living there with long brown black hair, Crystal said. And she was middle-aged. And she had 2 little lap dogs. And she was living in the shed on Beach Creek. How are these people living in the shed? Like Billy stayed in the shed. She stayed in the shed. I don't get it. There was nothing in that shed. I didn't see anything in there. It looked like a junky shed. But I guess, I don't know if maybe they're talking about a different one there. But the one I seen looked terrible and full of junk and dirt, So I'm trying to figure out how in the heck could these people live there. So it's weird to me, you guys, but I don't know. It's something else. There's other things I find strange. Now, Crystal thought that maybe it was the ex of Don's, Pamela Wells. But the problem is that Pamela doesn't have dark hair. She has gray, white hair. Almost blonde. Well, she was a blonde, but she has real white hair, a really wrinkly face, and you can tell that she's older. So I'm wondering if this is Allie's mom, Sherry. I wonder if she was staying over there, living over there. Because, she's got long, dark hair. And she looks about middle age, I would say. And I don't know if she has 2 little lap dogs. I have no idea. But, Crystal said that maybe they ought to check into that lady because Summer sure seemed to feel comfortable with her. I don't know about that, but I'm not trying to accuse anybody, but the chances of Don and Candace doing something to Summer are pretty high, given just their past, given how they acted, in the recent year, and also being on YouTube the way they acted. I'm sorry, that's not a normal family where their child's been abducted. Like, you know what always bothered me? And I'm just going to talk about things like that, if you don't mind. But what's always bothered me is like when Candace went down with Chris McDonough to the water. You know, if that was your child, okay? And if that was your child, and that was the last place you seen her, could you go down there and just be okay and walk around and talk and even joke with him a few times? And she was pretty carefree and not upset. She only got upset for a few minutes, and that was because she said she couldn't do nothing with the kids. If they're not around, what's the point? Well, yeah, if you don't have any children left, it's really hard, but you lost them all for a reason. But anyways, you guys like, don't you think you would be really triggered? Really triggered if you went to this place where it was the last place that you seen your daughter. I know that I would. And I'd be very upset. And oh, are they all here? You know what I thought was interesting too? Thunder Sky Studio, they did this about 4 weeks ago, but it showed how Chase, the little toy, has been moved in the planner a bunch of different times. And I noticed that too. And I said something to them. And I thought this was weird too. Teen Boy said Candace called them from the police station. Despite, they're not supposed to be talking, but this was 4 months ago. And Hunter was saying how she called him from the police station, wanted her to take another polygraph. Please go watch these videos. They're awesome. But, I want to know, why would Candace call Hunter to tell him she was at the police station and they want to take, what does that have to do anything? And he did yawn a lot. I'm thinking that he knows more about what's going on with Summerwell's case than... I don't think he's that innocent, you guys. Now, I don't know what he's seen, what he knows. Maybe not. But, I just find it strange, like, why do you think that, Brandis wasn't supposed to be, I heard, around the kid, or she wasn't supposed to be talking to the kids after this. So I don't know what happened there. Remember that Don and Candace said Grandma wasn't allowed to talk to him, so I don't know what was going on with that. I was trying, I got it up here in Summer Wells, and now there's so much crap. You can't find much about her, like the old stuff. Like, here's one. Court TV did a recent thing on it, but the only thing that bugged me was, it was just the way, I guess, Chris McDonough said stuff in this video that bugged me. Like, oh, I know what he said. He said that Summer was afraid. She was, like, timid, and she didn't do that. And that is not the truth. Far from it. I'm sorry. He made a mistake there because we seen her run crazy, little Summer run crazy all over to the church. And up there on the stage, she had no fears. We seen her at the water, on the waterfall thing, jumping off by the rocks, not afraid at all. We seen her chasing the boys. And even Don and Candace said that she was the boss. She would chase them boys. And so I really don't believe that Summer was afraid of much at all. And there's a good possibility, you guys, if she said, I'll be back, watch Summer, that Summer came looking for her mom, went looking for her mom, and maybe something happened. That's a possibility. There's a lot of possibilities in this case. Not a lot, but like that's a possibility. She could have been gone too long and something happened to Summer. Someone could have grabbed Summer. An accident could have occurred with the boys and she died or something and they had to do something with her. It could have been Don that came up there and took her, or Candace and Don did this together. There's not that many scenarios, but there's a few. But she wasn't abducted. We know that. I don't care how many times people want to come up with it, some kind of theory about her being abducted. It really cracked me up when Don did the dog trail thing. I mean, come on. You would be noticed. And I could tell when the criminal gossiper, I think her name is, when she was doing her video the other day and I told you about it, you would see someone on that road. You could see all the cars out there. And somebody would have noticed if there was a car out there that came up there to grab her. They didn't just walk up there to grab her. Okay? And there's no way they could have did that in secret. I'm sorry. So, it'd be really strange if Candace and Don didn't do something because they've had quite a past. So, letting the kids drink, smoke weed, they're partying and contributing to minors all the time. And even that Cameron boy, somebody, I think it was Thunder Sky, did a video about Cameron too. His name was on the shed there, painted on the shed. And I think he lived with Candace or hung out there for quite a while. And I think that she contributed to him and maybe she was doing stuff with him. It's very weird, her relationships with the young kids, young boys, and girls. True was hanging out there too all the time. So, yeah, these are just some of my feelings and thoughts about what's going on. It's nothing big and important, but I just wanted to confirm to you that, everybody ran with it and acted like Jody Sue gave you some big, scary thing. Well, Hunter named Don a long time ago as being Candace's dope dealer, okay? And also, other people said that they were doing drugs and smoking pot over there and drinking, and they're letting their kids. I mean, some parents are weird, and they let their children do stuff like that and think it's funny, think it's cute. I don't think so. But, I grew up like my mom's brothers and sisters, my cousins and aunts and uncles. Not my mom, but her brothers and sisters. They were almost all of them were alcoholics. My uncle and what's weird in aunts is that all their children, they had like 8 kids, and every one but one turned out to be full-blown alcoholics, drug users, whatever. And the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren are all partying and drinking. So that's a family trait. It's passed down from generation to generation, And they learn those behaviors by being around their parents who are like that. So I'm sure that it's not a lie that Summer and those boys, were picking up drinks and smoking, whatever. It's too bad because they're way too little to be doing that. But, some parents. But anyways, there's just a lot of crap going on in the Summer Wells case, and I'm just getting too discouraged about it. And maybe I need to move on to somebody else. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please keep praying for Crystal. And, just please, I hope that you'll find a way to get away from the drama too, because it's very stressful. You don't really know, like, some people don't realize that how stress affects your body. Like, I had a lot of stress in my life before. This happened to me like about 5 years ago, and I was getting sick, and I felt like I was gonna die because I had so much stress going on, and my stomach hurt so bad all the time. I had irritable bowel syndrome and everything. And you know what I had to do? I literally had to turn on calming music and not look at anything else and just lay in my bed and sleep and relax and calm myself and talk to myself for a couple days because it was so bad. I was getting really sick. So, and you got to be careful with stress. You don't think it is, but you can get really upset and triggered over some of these things, especially like if you're a domestic violence victim and you see people like Benny Keys bullying Ernie, or you see Ernie getting tased, or you see all these things that are mean and people threatening and talking really loud and screaming profanities at others. What it does is it triggers me, my post-traumatic stress syndrome, because it's scary. It scares me. It puts up that fight or flight thing syndrome, like it's very, very intense for some people and it's hard on them. And I really wasn't paying attention to my own emotions. So I've been kind of breaking away from that for a little while and doing other things and not really paying much attention to any of it. Like I said, I watched a couple of Crystals and a few off Thunder Sky Studios just so I could look up some things about Summer. Summer Moon Utah Wells. She's a sweet little girl. She's 6 years old now, but she went missing last year out of Rogersville, Tennessee. And she disappeared. Nobody knows where. Her parents were the last to see her. And they're trying to tell everybody that she was abducted. But there's no clues to that. Even the police say that. And like, her mom likes to sleep in church and her dad party all the time. And she had a shaved head. And she's a beautiful little blue-eyed girl, blonde hair. If you have any information, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND. But it's very, very sad that it's been a whole year. She went missing June 15th of last year. And there's no clues, and nobody can find her. But I'm going to keep praying that God helps us to find her. So, anyways, you guys, I think I've rambled on long enough. I'm sorry if I bored you tonight, but I can't get into a bunch of stuff tonight, or drama, or get upset, because I gotta watch out for myself. I already take medicines for severe depression, And so I can't allow certain things to affect me that bad. So, anyways, I hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend. I want you to know that I'm thinking about you, and I'm going to try to find something good that you guys will want to see. And if you have any suggestions, please put it in the comment box, okay? And I love all of you. I have lost a couple of subscribers, and that's okay. I'm not here just for clicks and views and likes or subscribers, and I'm not monetized, so it doesn't really bother me if people don't, like my content. It's kind of like an outlet for me, and I like to look into missing person cases. So, anyways, maybe we'll talk about another one pretty soon here. I keep saying that, but we will. But anyways, everyone, have a good week, and God bless you, and have a good time. Say your prayers, talk to the Lord. The world's kind of going crazy. Well, it is gone crazy. There's a lot of trouble in the world, but remember what Jesus says. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So we don't have to be afraid. He's already, overcame, and he's triumphed so that we can too. Okay. All right. Well, God bless you. I'll be praying for all of you too, and I love you. Good night. Bye.